Where's the other? FLT. Why don't? Oh, it's very similar. Another new launch, but this is how the bit more of a drawdown here. These new tokens are. It's good. It's quite low market cap too. The Fluent's DeepIn platform frees computation from centralized clouds by offering natively decentralized, low-cost, verifiable compute. I literally have no idea if this is good or not. Put your stake on the cloudless revolution. These are like innovations, aren't they? Let me see what that says.
The internet has helped the world advance dramatically. But where are we going? A few big companies owning it all, making huge profits, not allowing interoperability between their closed ecosystems, stifling innovation, controlling what we see, how we transact, what we can do. This was not the original vision of the internet. Can we unlock more value and more innovation? How? We can't have a few companies controlling it all. We need to unlock competition to lower prices, add transparency, allow every user to have full control, make interoperability the default.
They should have got an actor, or they should have used AI to speak. It's hard to listen. Oh God, what happened to my screen? My screen vanished. There it is, it's back. I like that it's deep in her.
Cloudless compute will change how applications are built. AI models that run even runs on AWS. Both Fluence insist on test data, research,
yeah. It's too long. They could have done a better job with that video. So you had a launch, had a drawdown. Basically, token holders took their profit. Big volume here, around here. Yeah, has to get back into the value area, has to get back above the point of control. There's a whole bunch of trap liquidity there because some people have bought and they're underwater. They've been underwater by a lot, so it's pulled back a lot actually. Look, from where it's sold, it's down 71%. So you still have like strong resistance here. The one that you showed me just now is much better than this one, to be honest with you, just because of what that just has to get into price discovery, whereas this, it has to get past there, you know, it has to kind of try and get through there. And if anyone's trapped underwater, they will kind of sell first. So I mean, but this is if these are the lows, then you could just dollar cost average in to a token like this, bounce off the golden pocket from launch, you're right. And if you do a volume pull from when it kind of came into the lower part of this volume, you can see actually that there's a little accumulation range here. I still think it'll be better to buy higher once we're there. I think that would be a lot safer for most people. You're buying at twice the price, but then you've cleared that volume, that trapped volume, and you're back into this range. That's a really bullish, be really bullish to get back into this range. And you kind of want to see that to happen first, because otherwise you buy now, and then people who have accumulated from lower will sell, and you could end up right back down. You could end up ranging here. It's kind of the same problem that TRVL has in some. TRVL doesn't have that problem because this is, we're talking about a really low time frame here, whereas like when I look at TRVL, I'm not looking at 12-hour charts. I'm looking at weekly charts. You know, it's very, very different. TRVL is very, in that sense, TRVL is much more bullish than all of these tokens, just because you're looking at higher time frame charts and you're getting the same kind of impulsive bullishness at the lows. You may not agree with me, but we can agree to disagree. I prefer this L3, to be honest with you, because you're knocking on the door to heaven to higher prices, whereas with FLT you're not. You're going to struggle to get past this area a little bit. There's a weekly level there, right there, and there's a weekly level slightly lower down as well, and so naturally they're going to offer resistance. Yeah, so I think with this one there's no rush, to be honest with you. But that is impulsive. Oh, look, impulse potentially. Let's have a look. Impulse. No, it's come back down underneath the high. So this first one, this whole thing could be a corrective mover. That could be your first impulse. Then this could be like a whole corrective move, like a running flat. Is it running flat? ABC. Looks quite impulsive. And I can't see 5 waves. It's impulsive, but I can't see 5 waves. What did you show me? Did you have something to show me? No, that was the other one. Oh, yeah, there it is. Still think the biggest issue is going to be getting through this volume here. You've got this really massive, large amount of volume trapped here. And I really believe that that's going to stifle this move, this next move. You're going to get up there and it's going to stop. Because unless you get a massive injection of volume to clear that volume, you'd have to have that would be really bullish. It'd be really bullish, but you'd have to get through this volume, and basically you have to flip this point of control into support. That would be really bullish. By then you have to see how many waves are left on the move. Yeah, and then is that a wave? Is that a move? I don't think so. I don't think any of these are moves. I think this is all corrective. So we still haven't moved yet, potentially. No, because you've come under the 1, 2. There's like an ABC. All of this is corrective. All of this is corrective after that launch. Where did it go? I see what you're seeing. You've got like these moving averages are kind of forming some kind of confluence. The price is reacted off those. And you've got the point of control of this lower range, which is finding support. But the volume is relatively low compared to the higher range. You see the volume? And that's what I'm more concerned about, this volume here, because respect is comparatively less, the volume down here, than the volume up there. And actually, that's not bullish. Yeah. So in terms of bullishness, if you got more volume down here, then the whole volume profile here would change, and the value, the price action would then, you'd have the overall point of control would move down here. That would be really bullish, because then you've got volume coming in at the lows. The problem now is you go up there, you're going to find resistance straight away. You can hit it. So I'm not crazy about this yet. Let's have a look at these things as well. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. It's come above the 2-1 on the GAN fan. It's got these GAN fans to contend with. It's come above the 2-1. So that was a big... So it's actually a good place to buy. But I think you have to sell here. I really do. I think you should buy and then sell there at 50 cents. And then see what happens. And then let's have a look at the speed fan as well. It's kind of similar to the GAN, except it's the 382 on the speed fan. So it's quite a good place to buy right now. But you have to, I think you have to sell at 50 cents. Or approaching 50 cents. And on a higher time frame, like, you have to be careful, because if you reject from there, look, you're forming this, aren't you? Got to be careful with that, because if you can't, if that's all you get, like a 3-wave up, get a rejection from there, then you might end up going down again, especially if Bitcoin pulls back. And you've got to be careful, because you need the volume to come in. There's no natural support here on this overall range. It might be, and typically these tokens, if they're not bullish enough to hold a flat correction to begin with, then typically what they're aiming for is the launch price, typically. And so you have to be very careful with that. Let's just say hypothetically it did this. I don't know if it is. I have no idea. But let's just say hypothetically it did. Let's say it went up to there and rejected. Look, the 1-to-1. See this? It scares me a little bit. Down to there. If the wing went up there and naturally rejected off there, that would be a good place to reject. Then the 1-to-1 actually brings you to the right place, which is the bottom of this initial launch in terms of the ratios. And you'd have to get past the 618 first. So if this would be good, then you want to see volume on the volume profile. Just like you've got this volume here, you'd want to see volume. That would give you the confirmation that that's the bottom is in, right? If you don't see the volume, then you could just be doing a higher time frame ABC or 5-wave, but actually the target is the 1-to-1 on this kind of structure. So I'm not crazy about this in terms of going up. Sorry. We'll keep it as reference, yeah, and then who knows. But obviously everything changes if you get volume, yeah. So if the price now goes up and you get a breakthrough, like a massive volume injection here, you'll see it on the volume, and then the price is kind of just smashes through. Of course, that changes everything. Then you're looking at something completely different. Then you're looking at like a cup and handle, like a massive cup and handle. Then totally different. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with this as is. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that, and we'll see. You know, it's all subjective. I doubt we're going to go to March, but I doubt this is going to happen. But yeah, the timing's all wrong. So it's more likely than not, if we do go up there and reject, and we head back down, it's more likely that we just going to clear these lows, hit the 618, get back above the 618, and then that's when the volume is going to come in, and then we can actually bottom out, like properly bottom out. But you're looking for some kind of bottoming pattern as well, which I'm not seeing at the moment. But then it could be again, it could be a lot of these things are doing like a Wyckoff accumulation. You're saying this might be a Wyckoff accumulation, but then you are still looking for another dip, aren't you? If it is doing a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, this would be a spring one, wouldn't it? Let me find the one with a spring. There's different ones. There it is. You prefer this one, because you got the PS and the SC, ST, whatever. Maybe it needs a spring. I would like to see a spring, So the timing's all wrong. So actually, ignore the timings, but the idea is this is kind of what you would want to see, a little spring. Take the lows with volume, test, LPS, SOS, and then off we go. No? Look for that. All right, I'm going to have to go very soon, actually. What was the last one you wanted me to have a look at? TAI. It's all Bybit, huh? You use Bybit. It's good because I use Bybit. Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. This is what you want to see. Launch, flat correction, perfect. This is perfect. This is what you want to. This is what you want to buy. No, what's going on? It's data though. That's not it. It's TARS AI. This is not it. Oh, this looks good though. TAI USDT. What's this one? Yeah, it's the wrong market cap, isn't it? TARS, yeah. $73. Oh, it's an AI, huh? Amazing. It launched on Bybit, but then it launched at a really low price. So it's already X'd a lot. It's already had its 5 waves there. You've already had a move, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest is a flat correction. So we've already had the 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it actually. This is really bullish. I love this one. This is another one. This is much better than the one we just looked at. Much better. There you go. The rest is just a flat correction. Could that be the first impulse? Possibly. That could be your first impulse from there. Don't sleep on it. I'm not gonna sleep on it, dude. I'm glad that you're showing me this shit. This makes me happy. Look at that. This is much better than the one you just showed me, dude. Look at this. Right above the point of control, overall range. It's already done 5, your wave 1. Potentially the wave 1 of 3 has already happened. It's kind of, you want the 3 of 3, and when it moves, it's going to take you into price discovery. This is perfect. It should definitely clear the top there. So that's already 100%. And then that'll be your wave 3, but you'll be in price discovery. And then look at the volume. The volume is amazing. This is what you want to see. Good volume. It's already moved a lot from this pivot low to, it's only 250% from this pivot low, so it's not a big deal. I don't feel like, if you buy into this, I don't feel like you're missing out just because it's 250% above that pivot low, because no one got in on the launch. So the first opportunity was the first dip, and most, if anyone's in it from the first dip, they're only 240% higher than where they were, which is good, but it's not like, it doesn't mean that you've missed out if you buy in now. Perfect. This is the best one you've shown me. I love this one. Don't even know what it is. I hope anyone who's watching this stream, who catching up, Craig or Dan, you're paying attention to these tokens that Altcoin Dreaming is sharing. This one, L3 and TAI, these two.